Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her to sanctify her by cleansing her with the washing of the water by the word, so that he may present the church to himself as glorious, not having a stain or wrinkle or any blemish, but holy and blameless. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one has ever hated his own body, but he feeds it and takes care of it, just as Christ also does the church, because we are members of his body.
All right. Paul continues the side-by-side analogy, maybe is the right word, but it's actually more concrete than that this marriage between man and woman is like the marriage between Christ and the church. That this marriage is to follow, mimic, and display the relationship of Christ and the church. What did Christ do? He sacrificially loves. He sacrificially gives himself and gave himself. He takes care of the church. He provides for the church. All these are pictures in the verse of what the husband is to do for the wife. And the first few words in verse 28 says, in the same way. So in the same way, husbands, talking about how Christ is to the church. So everything that Christ has done for the church, we are to do for our wives, as far as sacrificially loving her and taking care of her, providing for her. And so in the same way, husbands, love your wives. I put here most Christian husbands, I would say, if we took a survey, most of them would say, yeah, would you take a bullet for your wife? Yeah, I'd take a bullet for my wife. I can legitimately say, yeah, I would do that. But will you take 5 extra minutes when you come in the door from work to listen, look in her eye, face to face, listen and understand what she's trying to say to you? Or if you're in some sort of conflict, will you stop trying to reword everything she's saying in your brain while she's talking and just really try to listen to her?
Yeah.
That's not taking a bullet.
It's probably a lot harder.
It is a lot harder, maybe, but
not really.
But it didn't have the same cost, right? But we'd say, oh, yeah, I'll take a bullet. Well, how about that? What about the 10 or 15 things that would take you less than 30 or 60 seconds each that you could do every day to help make things better for her? What about standing up for her to your teenager or to your neighbors or to your parents? What about preferring her to above all others, above your buddies?
Yeah.
What about spending time doing something she enjoys? What about allocating more of the budget to her interest instead of yours?
Yeah.
So those are all things that at one degree or less than taking a bullet, but we don't bother doing them.
Right.
And we need to change our attitude and go, hey, this is about her, not about me. I'm here to take care of her.